Hi everyone. It's been a few months. I think the last time that I was out hiking was in November. It's been a very cold winter, a lot of snow. But here we are. We're out for a hike. We are at the Paradise Price Preserve in Monroe County. It's 777 acres. I am pulling up the map from the broadheadwatershed.org website of the Paradise Price Preserve, just to give you a little better look of the trails here at the preserve. This is where we parked, right off of Henry's Crossing Road, and you can access both of the trails from this parking area. This is a smaller lollipop trail. I think it's listed as 1.2 miles. But if you come down this way and go through the gate, you can access the 5-mile loop hike, which is what we did. Came all the way down here, and when you get down here, there's a little side trail that takes you down to Targa Falls, and then you just backtrack back up to the loop. And that's what we did, and we continued the loop all the way back to the car. And then I pulled up. This is on all trails. That's the smaller lollipop loop, and it's listed as 1.2 miles. And this is the larger 5-mile loop that we did. And there is another parking area here off of Route 447, but that does not give you access to the preserve. I also wanted to show you, when I was deciding where to hike this day, I pulled up my Google Maps and was looking for preserves, and I pulled up this area, and this has come across my radar before, because if I pan out here, you can see there's just so many preserves in the area. But this one had a nice longer hike, which was what I was looking for. I do plan to go back to the area because I'm really interested in some of these preserves, because they have ruins, the Fieldstone Farm Tank Preserve, and then really close by is this Kerm's Paradise Creek Nature Preserve, Yankee Run Nature Preserve. There's the Upper Paradise Preserve, Henry's Crossing Preserve, Van Busker, Knopf Farm. So there's just so many preserves in this area. And then I did see this one down here, Fort Evergreen Nature Preserve. We've been to the Tannersville Cranberry Bog a bunch of times. Big Poconos State Park is close by, so there's just so much to do in the area, and that's how I made the decision to come down to the area, and I liked the idea of the longer hike and a waterfall. Still a lot of snow here in this area. Alright, so to do the longer trail, you come down here and you go through the gate. I have my hiking pole with me. I'm going to get that ready because it's pretty wet and rocky. This is beautiful. It's an old road, but it's covered in moss. Beautiful. I don't know if you can make them out, but we have the railroad tracks over to our right. So the forecast is forecasting that it will get up to 68 degrees today.
It was probably around 38 degrees at home. And as we started heading here, I saw the temperature jump up in the car to 46. And then we pulled in the parking lot and it was back down to 38. But the sun is out and it actually feels pretty good. With how cold it's been this winter, 38 and sun feels really good. And we've had geese flying over us all morning so far. Looks like there's a bunch of water over there. I don't know if it's a pond. Open to the public dawn to dusk. No motorized vehicles. A while back we saw what looked like a tail light smashed on the trail. So I don't know what that was from. ATV or... Can't imagine bringing a car back here. Maybe a snowmobile? I don't know. Oh yeah, it's a little waterlogged here. First little bridge. Ooh. No more geese. Get off this bridge and then I can look up. I don't see them. I just came through that there. Pretty big rocky section here. And I'm also hearing a lot of water, so I think we're almost to the waterfall. Rocky section continues. So I have to say, pleasantly surprised with the preserve. There's been very little blowdown on the trail, and the trail is well marked. Sometimes when you go to preserves, they're not as well maintained. I think they just don't have the people to maintain them like the state parks do. But this one has been very pleasant. because climbing over trees, that gets tiring. We did a hike a few years ago at Raystown Lake, and it was right after a storm. So I don't know if it was recent blowdown, but there was so much blowdown, and we were constantly climbing over trees. Oh, I see the creek down there. Bunch of juncos flitting around there. They seem to like that pine tree. The sun feels great. I'll have to check the temperature when we stop. I don't know if the temperature's gone up a lot or if it's just the sun, but it feels great.
That's gotta be from some kind of wheel or something. Because it was a big, it's on like, it's like on rocks where it like hit.
Maybe it was a snowmobile. Maybe it had a purple
people even riding around?
purple, whatever you call that, belt or... We've been seeing all of this purple stuff all over the rocks, and we thought it was like some weird fungus or something because it's all over the rocks and it just keeps going. But Sue was brave and picked up a piece and said it feels like plastic. The preserve, you know, prohibits motorized vehicles, so they're not supposed to be in here, but like I said in the beginning, we did see like a broken tail light or something on the trail, so something's been in here. I can see the creek down there through the trees, and I can hear traffic too. So we should be down there shortly. Alright, so we just came to a split. Looks like if you go left, it's north. That's probably the way back to the parking area. I'm checking my all trails right now. Yes. So left will take us back to the car. Right is going to take us to Targa Falls. Oh, and there's the sign. Warning, absolutely no motorized vehicles. So I'm not sure what all that purple plastic is from. And this is Broadhead Creek. And I believe the preserve is maintained by the Broadhead Watershed Association. Oh, we got another little bridge here. Oh, this is just a little runoff. The creek is down there. It's a big creek. Wow. Oh, wow, that's so pretty. Let me get you down there. It's really moving. Last couple of days have been warm finally, so we have a lot of snow melt. Look at that going up there. This is beautiful. Water going off. Wow. That's solid. Yeah, look at that. That is so pretty. Yeah, that is really a big creek down there. A lot of flow. Whoop, watch out for the tree. Beautiful. Wow. With the snow and the green moss and the water flow, it's stunning. Look at that. Wow. So pretty. I think there's another bridge or something up there. That is so pretty. Wow. And from what I've read online, Targa Falls is a horseshoe-shaped waterfall. Coming right up to it. Wow. Stunning. It's really moving. The steps are a little wobbly and they have a little bit of ice on them. really is beautiful. I came down a little further so that I can get more of a front shot of it. Oh, that's climb down a little rocky section to get over here so you can really have the front view. Beautiful. Ways to get out. Beautiful Pennsylvania. Feels so great to be out after this long, cold winter. Back out hiking in the woods again and chasing waterfalls. Alright, so now we're going to start our trek back to the car. This is a loop, so we're going back a different way than we came. Sitting and having a snack by the waterfall. Favorite Cliff Bars, the peanut butter banana. Those stairs, one last look at Targa Falls. Alrighty. I wanted to check my watch and see what the temperature is. Oh, it's saying it's 59 degrees now. That's why it feels so much better. Yeah. Beautiful day. So glad we got out. Much needed after a really long break. Yeah, the last time we were hiking was Locust Lake State Park. I think that was in November. And I was planning a bunch of other trips. I was going to go to see some more covered bridges in Pennsylvania, but then we got all that snow and I thought there's not going to be anywhere to park. So kind of took a break from exploring and hiking. Luckily I've been going to the gym, so still in pretty good hiking shape. So pretty. We're walking along the stream. I hope we walk along it for a while. It is beautiful. Oh, there's some rapids right there. Let's see if I can get over there. Yeah, beautiful stream. Yeah, the ladder's moving. Our last shot, 'cause it looks like the trail is going away from the stream now. Another little view of the creek near the trees. And we're turning and up we are going. Alright, I'll be back when I'm at the top. Made it to the top.
After that hike.
And Sue's gonna take her coat off now. Looks like we're coming up to another little bridge crossing. Alright, well, doesn't really seem to be hanging on much over there, but alrighty. Now I'm going to take you over with us Now I'm going to take you over with me. The stream here is crystal clear. Now we have some big boulders. I know that on the other short trail in the preserve there's a rock feature. So after the waterfall, it's pretty much been a mossy path with some rocks. Nice trail. And then, surprise, surprise, look what we have up ahead. Some steps.
I'm gonna start heading up.
Go ahead.
Plus, you wouldn't want to fall.
Alright, here we go. Oh, these are nice. They're not real high steps.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Sometimes I struggle on those, stone steps in the woods that are unequally placed heights. That's rough. These are nice. They're not high at all. Barely picking up your foot for the next step. Beautiful. We went up that like rock stars. We've had a nice little stretch of green moss path. It's really cushy to walk on. Which is nice because we're nearing the end and we're getting tired. Oh, here's another a trail.
Oh.
Maybe from a mole or a vole or something. There's a lot of scat here. I'm guessing a fox or a coyote, but we've seen it several times now. Alright, we made it to the junction. So this completes the loop portion of the hike. We came down from that way, and we went down that way, made the loop, and we're coming out. And now it's a straight shot to the car. I have been extremely pleased with the preserve. Great hike. Thanks so much if you watched the video to the end. I really appreciate it. Means a lot to me. Making videos, it's not really as easy as you would think it is. You know, it's traveling and hiking, and there's a lot involved. And then there's the whole editing of the video. So if you've watched to the end, I appreciate it. Thanks for following along. If you have a chance, please give the video a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel out. And it's free. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you on the next adventure. Made it back to the gate. Sue found a traction device along the trail. So I think she's going to put it on the gate here. If this is your traction device, it'll be on the gate. Flipper. There it is. We were the only car when we pulled in this morning, and we're still the only car here.